All right, recording on this end as well. And here we go, bringing up stuff. Excellent. We are recording here. Just wanted to double check, triple check. Starting in 3, 2, 1. Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode something something. We've lost track of Good Morning Cybertron. I am your host, Scott. Oh my God. Oh my God. I feel so good. And so should you. So should you. I hope you all feel well. Good Morning Cybertron, just to let you know, is intended for audiences of a mature age, so viewer discretion is advised. We had a complaint on my other podcast. Quote, Scott's crude humor ruins all the necrophilia. So definitely check out my other podcast, Old Timey Crimey. And yes, I guess people have been fucking dead bodies for ages. With us today, Holson.
Hello, everybody. I'm a geologist, and I would not recommend fucking anything old and dead.
Now, let me ask you this. I have seen them. Caveman dildos. Have you ever come across a caveman dildo in your geology?
I am happy to announce that I have not.
Damn it. I'm a little upset with you. That seems like the kind of thing that you would rock out. No pun intended.
Rock out with your prehistoric cocktail.
No, they have like caveman dildos. It's like just like river rocks that were long and phallic shaped that they could tell have been carved and sell suspiciously like Gwyneth Paltrow's candles.
And the horrible thing is, it's just like preconceived notions of dildos back in those days. They were for the men.
Yeah. Oh yeah. With us today, glowing ball of energy, Xavier.
I am sneezing, sniffling, and I think Trump got acquitted, so I am just in the worst shape today.
No, he did?
I think he did.
Jesus Christ. I was wondering why my other group chat was blowing up. He's going to get reelected, and we're going to get that TV show sold.
Just a reminder, folks, bullets still work.
Jesus, Walter.
If democracy fails, bullets still work.
Anyway, that's the anarchist Walter speaking.
I need to take that out.
Guillotines still work.
Unfortunately, I can't take that out, so the show's still running with that running commentary.
Oh, Walter, we missed you. We were worried about you. He's planning a coup.
Hi, coup.
No, not a coup, just because a coup implies that I want to put myself in power. I just
see.
want to remove who's currently in power.
Oh, my heavens. Look upon your face, the face of your new leader, Walter, and tremble with fear, or at least jiggle around a bit. It's oh, my heavens. And, of course, with the new regime in place, your Bible will be building a massive Transformers collection, 10 rules on how to build a toy collection of epic proportions. Your church will be the Junk Transformers buy, sell, and trade, where you will worship the God King Walter and use it to make whole that which has been partially broken. Your tithing will be to the GMC Entertainment Patreon, where your money will be used to buy drugs for us. And your new God that you pray to will be our longtime sponsor, SirToys.com. Oh my God. They've got the Beast Wars Transmetal or Beast Wars Masterpiece Megatron up there. You like the Masterpiece Megatron, the Beast Wars Megatron, but just can't afford it?
Yeah, I don't $250 love them.
I think it's $70 here. Like the KO version is $70. I'm not certain. The price isn't up yet, but I'm thinking it's around the $70 mark.
Well,
and it's going to be great. Like all the Masterpiece KOs have been just as good, if not improving upon the design of Hasbro.
I was waiting for the twist where you're like, it's $70, but it's also a lighter and a Nerf gun.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised. I absolutely would not be surprised.
I was just like, and how many
And that purple.
have you been sent now as like review samples? It was like, shop at Sir Toys and get yourself a free lighter and Nerf gun all in one.
No, I haven't gotten any review samples, but man, I am tempted by the Beast Wars Masterpiece Megatron. I am really, really fucking tempted. Not gonna lie. Mm-hmm. That may end up in my collection at some point. Which is weird because I don't have a lot of Masterpiece stuff. But at the same time, the Megatron that we got, like the legit Megatron, a little on the meh side.
Uh-huh.
I like him as T-Rex from Beast Machines. I like him a lot as T-Rex from Beast Machines, but not so much as Megatron.
Mm.
Yeah.
T-Rex. WRECKS.
Yes! Yes, it was.
People
Come on,
forget.
Takara. Where's my Masterpiece T-Rex?
Ooh. I'm hoping.
Because what the hell else are they going to do with that mold?
The Beast Morphers.
I am really hoping that we get the Raiden KO, the Masterpiece Raiden knockoff, whenever we finally see what Masterpiece Raiden is going to look like.
Spoiler, I think it's going to look exactly like the G1.
You think it's just going to be a re-release?
Except, like, upscaled with Hydra spanning.
I hope at least it's got some added articulation.
It's just like, oh, look, there's a hinge here. It's not connected to anything.
Yeah, I got the KO of the G1 Raiden. I think I actually got it from Sir Toys. Now that I'm thinking about it, I may be mistaken, but the Raiden KO, I like it, but I mean it's like every other six bot combiner from Transformers G1.
Scott, my eyes are up
It's
here.
a brick. I'm sorry. I'm looking down. I'm trimming my toenails.
You fucking savage. We don't do video for a month, and you're like, I can jerk off again. Go back to the way things
No,
were.
I'm not beating off. My toenails are long. I'm trimming my fucking toenails. I'll put them up here if I want. There's my goddamn foot. You like that?
Yeah, actually I do.
There it is. Beat off to that, you lucky so-and-so.
You gotta do it the right way and bite off them.
No, I don't know if I can. No, I'm not that flexible anymore.
Hello.
Definitely not that flexible anymore. Oh, my heavens. However, click that link in the Podbean description. My God, www.sirtoys.com/?A=16 and let them know Good Morning Cybertron sent you to Sir Toys. You get what you want. You don't pay a penny more. Sir Toys gets what he wants, your business. We get a little something on the side to help keep the lights going. And every dollar you spend at Sir Toys means cancer in Rush Limbaugh's lung. Let's make this happen, people.
I love how dollars translate to just like the most random diseases, and it's just like, man, the pinpoint accuracy on these are insane.
Yeah. Cancer. Oh, man. It's like, you would think, like, all those pictures, like, if you look up, like, a picture of Rush Limbaugh, it's hard to find him without a cigarette or a cigar in his mouth. What a tragic thing to have happened.
Tragic.
Absolutely tragic. It pisses me off that he's getting all sorts of compassion and care. Not that he doesn't deserve compassion and care, but somebody like my mom who got like lung cancer because it spread from her colon, and didn't really do anything, never smoked a day in her life. Yeah, I'm a little salty.
Are you salty or are you bitter? Are you just the bitterest little white chocolate?
A little bit of both. A little bit. I'm salty.
Saltier than a pirate's junk.
They don't call me Mr. Pretzel for my flexibility. It's my saltiness.
I thought it was because of how much you love just eating like spicy foods and salty foods.
Oh man, I do. My blood pressure is like 7,000 over 12,000.
Hell yeah.
That's not right.
Ever since I got fired, I've been living off ramen noodle. My blood pressure is not calculable.
I fucking cut myself shaving the other day. It looked like a Texas oil rig struck gold.
It's like, man, the pressure
Bunch of
on this thing's
fucking-
amazing.
Bunch of fucking vampires just going, yeah, like dancing around it.
Note to self while I'm recording this with OBS Studio, write that down for Cal Exit. Texas Vampire Cowboys.
Oh my god. No, I've come up. I only had 3 seasons planned for Cal Exit, but just with the last couple of days, I've got a full 4th season. Wow. Like, Trump straight up attacked California in his speech.
I didn't
Oh,
even bother
man.
to listen.
Yeah.
I know I should just for the sake of, like, I'm trying to write a show about it, but it'll be online or something
You know,
later.
it's gotten to the point where anything I make up is, well, it's just like, if I throw the most ridiculous thing I can make up, it'll happen in a day or two.
It's like, hey, Xavier, listen to this. I got an idea where Trump shows up. He doesn't even bother dressing for work anymore. He just shows up in the Teletubby suit, and he's blindfolded, and he's got a shotgun, and he's just like, I'm going to get rid of the
You mean
Mexicans.
last Thursday, like what happened last Thursday, Scott? Yeah. Sure.
Damn it. There goes my premise.
I wrote a script where Donald Trump cloned a pterodactyl and raped it at the Super Bowl halftime show. It's... Yep.
Don't know how to tell you this.
Good for you, Scott. Now let's change the subject. How about that?
Raping pterodactyls? Did I hit a sore spot with you, Olson? My
They're my
grandfather
favorite
was
animal.
raped by a pterodactyl.
No, I think it's just the uncomfortable fact that when you talk about cavemen's prehistoric dildos, Olson's like, oh god, they used to use pterodactyl eggs.
Well, here's something we didn't see coming. Fucking BotCon is back. Boo! Whoa!
Fuck you.
Whoa! Whoa! I'm a little surprised. Okay, Walter has opinions. If you haven't noticed, by the angry, near illegal tirade at the beginning of the show, Walter has opinions. Tell us your opinions, Walter.
So long as Pete Sinclair is involved, I will not be attending this resurrected BotCon, and I encourage all of our listeners to do the same.
Okay. I'll hear you out on this. I'll hear you out. Pete Sinclair.
Pete Sinclair, formerly of Fun Pub,
Okay.
current head of Night Shining Inc. and runner of Pete's Robot Con. So, one of the people responsible for the fucked up credit card security from the old Fun Pub days, everything being so goddamn expensive, and also the piles upon piles of racist and bigoted shit that he posts on Facebook and Twitter, some of which he used to do with the official BotCon account back in the day.
Yeah, but how are the toys?
My opinion of them has been tainted by my opinion of the person who made them.
So there's a chance they're gonna be good.
Also, we haven't had any official confirmation that Hasbro's involved. So as far as I'm concerned, this is just as unofficial as TFCon or TF Nation. And without any Hasbro involvement, that means no official exclusive figures. Which means I'd rather go support TFCon or TF Nation since they don't put food on a bigot's table.
Yeah.
I like the way Walter thinks.
we might
Honest
be
to God,
all moving
I
to-
had heard... Oh, go ahead, Xavier. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I was just saying we all might be moving to Canada anyway if Trump gets reelected. So, Holson, make room. We're moving to Canada.
Yeah. Let's go.
Oh, my heavens. But...
Because,
go ahead, Walter.
I follow Pete on Facebook. I follow him hoping to find, nuggets of information from BotCon past because, as we've established previously, I hoard information. And all I've gotten is just racism after homophobia after racism after homophobia.
Man, nothing wrong with sucking a dick if you have a mustache, in my opinion. It's not for me. But if you want to suck dick, as long as the dick you're sucking wants to be sucked by you, I'm fine with it.
And if you want to,
Same
shove
with-
pterodactyl eggs up your ass with a bad dragon dildo, and pretend it's
Hey.
Jurassic Park.
It's a free country. I do know that it seemed like the last 5 years that BotCon was around, there was always some sort of weird fucking horror story that would come out of it. People like who had the golden ticket, just they would go into the hands of retailers who would wipe out convention exclusives, and people wouldn't get any. I think not the Fans Project, but the Shattered Glass Junkion Insecticons were a victim of that, where a retailer had a golden ticket and just wiped out the entire stock.
I was actually at that BotCon 2012, the one that I was able to go to because it was close enough to me being in Dallas. All right, so that didn't happen until at least Saturday afternoon. So there was at least time for all of the pre-registrants and some of the walk-ins to actually get a hold of it. Now, but yeah, someone in the middle of the day, I want to say it was like afternoon, somewhere between noon and 5. Someone just went up to the Fun Pub booth with a credit card, wiped out that credit card, and took home like 3 dolly loads full of boxes of nothing but that Shattered Glass Junkion 3-pack.
Man.
But yeah, at least that happened late in the afternoon. The one that gets me, though, is 2016, the final year. I had someone there in line to represent me pretty early in the morning, at about 7 or 8 o'clock, to purchase the exclusives for me because I couldn't make it that year because finances imploded. So at about 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, once again, someone wiped out the entire stock of Reflector, Air-Razor, and Megatron.
So that's a lot of mafia tactics.
Yeah. Saturday morning, when there were still pre-registrants who were coming in, when there were still, people waiting in line to buy tickets outside for the walk-in. Again, there were pre-registrants who had not gotten a hold of this figure yet. If you're gonna remove the sales limit, at least wait till the fucking evening to do it.
I gotta agree with that. There wasn't, and I wasn't like, I think it was BotCon 2016 or 2015. There was some nightmare going on with something that had like people had to have like armbands on.
It was the demilitarized zone in North Korea. Where's your armband?
It really fucking was. And from what I understand, like if you went to a BotCon, there was 100% chance somebody was going to yell at you at some point.
Yeah.
Like you had just dropped like $500,000 and to get yelled at by somebody.
Mm-hmm. Also, if you're going to spend, $300 on a convention ticket, plus travel expenses and lodging to get to the town that the BotCon's being held at, don't make the at-show figures a fucking secret. People are traveling to this convention. They need to know what to budget for. Because they would reveal the box set before the convention. That's fine. But there's usually, 2 souvenir sets, an army builder, the attendee exclusive, and the custom class. All of those were a complete mystery until the first people got there Thursday for the custom class. And those are not cheap sets. Those were not, a $20 retail figure. Those were,
Yes. Don't know it off the top of your head?
No, I think his camera froze. Yeah, his camera froze.
Hold on. I'm going to click on that picture so everyone can see it. Come on, Walter.
Oh, that's gorgeous. That's good. That's screenshotable right there.
Wow. That is definitely...
That's the face of dull surprise.
Oh, dear me.
I know that there was a lot of mess in previous BotCons. A lot of mess that could have been easily avoided. Easily avoided. It's just it seemed like I would listen to like the podcast because I never did get to go to a BotCon. Never been to a Transformers convention whatsoever. But it's like one of those situations where I was curious about the experience, and I would listen. I would listen to the podcast, people who were going, watching videos of people who were there, and it just seemed like a very militant, like dictatorship. And whenever I would hear like the guy running BotCon didn't have fans manning the stations, he had people from his church. Manning the stations. Oh, there went Walter. Fucking dropped out like a Tetris block.
Comrade will be back.
Yeah. Da. I mean, it was just. It seemed poorly run, and instead of them learning from their mistakes from previous BotCons, it seemed like new mistakes were made, added on to the previous year's mistakes. It always seemed like the pre-registration, just the long lines of pre-registration, were a mistake. It could have been so much simpler. You knew there was going to be a ton of people there, so you should probably have a ton of people manning the stations. Where can you find these people? Well, it's a damn easy thing. I don't know about you guys, but I would be more than happy to man those stations for, say, a free set of BotCon toys. Because guess what the people were paid with, if the rumors are true, that we're putting a whole big fucking umbrella over top of this. If the rumors are true that I've heard, people were paid with a set of BotCon toys.
I thought you were going to say...
That's what you got for working there, that you could sell or keep or what have you. Yeah. I'm sorry. You should have a fan there.
I thought you were going to say
you should have a fan working that. Pardon me, Xavier?
I thought you were going to say they were paid in Bibles.
In Bibles, probably. And here's your Bible.
It was like, oh, the thing that's in the drawer at my hotel I don't even want to bother to steal.
I don't know what Pete Sinclair looks like, but I just picture an angry John Goodman.
Let's see here. Googs.
And let's look this up.
Let's
look this up.
Looking. Peter ST.CLAIR.
Pete Sinclair.
Dental Partners of Newburyport.
Let's see. No, Pete Sinclair, British Television? Definitely not.
No.
BotCon. I'm going to put in Pete Sinclair Fun Pub. I bet that'll bring it up.
How do you spell Claire?
CLAIR.
Pete.
Oh, no, he looks like a college buddy of mine. He looks like Bernie.
Pete Sinclair. Okay, images.
Like, he looks a lot like Bernie.
Wow.
Like, so much so that I think it might be Bernie.
Socialism.
I'm going to put in Pete Sinclair Fun Pub douchebag and see what comes up.
By Jove, I think the young man's onto something.
Let's see here. Showing results for Pete Sinclair Fun Pub douchebag. So we're going to put quotations around Fun Pub and Pete Sinclair.
The douche.
So we got we get search results for Powit TV and the best oral cream pie compilation.
I'm afraid your experiences with Google may vary.
Yes. With the phrase "sucks her pound of puss pull banana," like in the description.
From behind.
I'm not clicking on it. It's...
Well, I'm afraid we may never know.
Yeah, that's a shame. Summer 2021, BotCon.
Well, Holson, you have your own convention. Is it this year you get to go, or is it next year? The year after?
This year.
Okay.
So there should be soon possibility to pre-order tickets. I think I'm gonna do it as soon as possible since we're having what's his face as a guest. Beast Wars Optimus. I forgot his name.
Gary Chalk.
Yeah.
Sweet
Holy
as
shit.
hell.
Yeah.
Let Gary know I want to have his children.
Let Gary know you have a ton of questions about his 2-second spot in the made-for-TV movie It, and you want to ask him what was it like getting into that sheriff's jacket in Freddy vs. Jason. You just want to ask him all the horror questions.
Dear Gary, is that actually your voice in that 1980s video game that I can't remember the title of? You played a one-eyed alien. Is that you? Maybe. I don't know. It's...
Me and Walker got a bet. Who can do the most schlock in a year?
Oh, I'm catching up to Welker, baby. I've heard rumors that like Gary Chalk is just like awesome to hang out with. Like at conventions, he gets drunk and wanders around going, "I am Optimus Prime." And I don't know if that's true or not. There may be a lot of libel and slander going on in this episode, but I want it to be true. I definitely want it to be true. Gary seems like he's one of us. Gary seems like he would have a lot of fun. He'd sit around playing the guitar, telling dirty jokes, but at the same time, very much for gay rights in the environment. Just like a very conscious douchebag. Is what I'm saying.
I'd like for him to get ahead of the rumors. Like someone says, I imagine this is what Gary Chalk's like, and then just knowing what people think of him, he goes out to an outdoor patio wearing a striped shirt, a beret, smoking a cigarette, and he's drawn a pencil mustache on himself, going, "What does it mean to be human?"
Reading Albert Camus in the original French.
It's like I have
me and Gary
theories
Chalk,
about
we are
Xavier
neighbors.
Naves.
Water's back.
Yep.
Tell us more about Pete Sinclair's racism.
Is it bigger than a bread box?
Yes.
That's a lot of racism.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We've discussed Pete's racism on previous episodes of the show because there was a time when I pointed out just how gloriously Gary Chalk just shut him the fuck down.
Ooh.
And reminded us all why he indeed just is the best Prime.
See, I was just saying that. We were just talking about Gary Chalk. I like to think Gary Chalk might be one of ours. He might be Good Morning Cybertron material, where he's kind of a jerk. He's loud. He'll sit around playing guitar. I've heard he gets drunk and wanders around like convention centers going like, "I am Optimus Primal."
Pantsless,
but at the same time, very much for gay rights in the environment.
Yeah, that actually sounds about right, because that's the vibe I got off of him back in 2012.
Gary, come to us. You're home now.
It's like, no, you have too many Optimus Primes and not enough Primals.
No, I have a fair amount of primals. Here, play with this monkey.
This is a minor, not a prime.
Damn it. Get this piece of shit chimp out of here.
Gary knows his monkeys.
I never voiced this. Oh.
That chair you're sitting in? I voiced that, though.
Yeah, that chair. Listen to this. I am a comfy recliner. Yes.
Gary? Is that you?
Oh my God, I'm sorry I masturbated on you the other night.
It's like, I'm not.
Oh my God. Oh my God. So there is apparently what we think of BotCon. one step above a Klan rally with toys.
Yeah, great. It's
And the toys aren't even official
I
because
know.
Hasbro's not involved.
Oh my God.
sounds like they just did it for the name recognition. It's like, well, Black Khan's up for grabs now, so take it.
We've got images, in-package images of Sound Barrier. My heavens, he's very blue, isn't he?
What is he, like a mini Jetfire or some shit?
No, he turns into a chunk of pavement. It's
Like all this time, we thought people like Soundwave or Reflector had the worst alt mode. No, I think it goes to Sound Barrier now because he's literally a shield or a chunk of road.
he is. He's a ramp. Like the most exciting thing he can do is help somebody get air.
So
Or,
I kind of hope if Sound Barrier ever appears in fiction, he's just depicted as a complete masochist. Just, oh yes, step on me, please, daddy.
His nemesis transforms into a pothole.
Yeah. Welcome to Pennsylvania.
Motherfuckers.
If you want to get those potholes fixed, there's a really easy solution to it.
Here it comes.
Get yourself a can of spray paint and go out into the dead of night and draw dicks around them.
Yep, that's
That's
what the internet found out.
Can I tell you something about Johnstown? We're just covered in graffiti dicks all over the place.
Right, but if it's on the road, the city actually has to do something about it. If it's drawn on a building, those buildings are usually private property, right? Or abandoned, because Johnstown.
So here's the thing. Both Trump and Hillary visited here. Now, I'm not going to get back into politics here. You'll see where I'm going with this. Because Johnstown was incredibly pro-Trump. Incredibly
Not
pro-Trump.
surprised.
So, by the airport, the Johnstown airport, and yes, we have an airport. I'm as surprised as you are. Next to the airport, somebody spray painted on the road, "Fuck Hillary."
And it's still there.
It stayed there for 7 months until finally the weather took care of it.
So you just use that to your advantage. If you want the potholes filled and it's a Trump-loving nation, don't use spray paint. Use black spray paint and make them giant BBCs.
Yes. There it is. That might do the trick. I say don't go for the black. People just think that was the only one. Go for burnt umber so that they know you had to match the skin tone of a big, healthy black cock.
A penumbra might be more appropriate this time of year.
An ex-roommate of mine abandoned his car in front of my house. Last year, it just finally got towed.
Is it because you finally drew enough dicks on it that it counted as a brothel?
No. Here's what happened. It snowed. Now you're like, so what? Right? The snowplow almost hit it.
There we go.
Yeah, the snowplow almost hit it, and then they had it towed. And I'm sure my ex-roommate will be getting a hell of a fine for abandoning his car.
If it ends up on one of those Reddit robot speak titles on YouTube where they go, guys on Reddit, how did you do this to finally get your roommate to move his car? It's just like, here's one from Blunghole. I was like, what the fuck?
I just fucking let it sit there. I don't give a shit. It's fucking Johnstown. It's only going to make things prettier.
Next to that, Flood Museum and the tire fire that never ends.
Oh, we actually do have a flood museum. No
you
tire
have
fire, though.
Museum.
No tire fire. We do. I swear to God. We have a flood museum, and we have something called the Sandyville area. So here's the deal with Sandyville, right? Sandyville is very pretty. There's like a dog park, a greenhouse. There's, it's a park. It's Sandyvale Park. Right? Sandyvale Park was created this way. Sandyvale used to be a cemetery. whenever the flood in 74 swept away all the headstones, and we don't know who's buried where, we just turned it into a nice park.
So, the poltergeist is how that happened.
Yeah, we moved the headstones, but we didn't move the bodies.
They'll tear chunks of skin off your face.
Oh my god. Well, that's why I don't eat steak.
It's made of meat. I'm made of meat.
Yay! Oh, fuck. Yeah, poor sound barrier. Jesus Christ.
I think Walter's onto something. He's kind of a masochist, and if they were still doing the old More Than Meets the Eye comic, that's definitely how he'd be portrayed.
Like he's either a piece of road or he's a shield. He's either getting stepped on or beaten.
How awkward would it be every time you drove over a chunk of road and go, "Oh yes," and then like you're using a shield and he goes, "Harder, Daddy, harder."
I mean, they had that stretch of road, that famous stretch of road in San Diego, California, that was intentionally
Played the tune.
Yeah, the road had grooves in it like a record, and every time someone drove over it, it played the song. And someone went out there and modified. They did the math, and they're like, "Look, if I modify the road will go ooh." They got caught. That's a lot of work to put into a road.
This pavement achieved orgasm.
It was a French stretch of road too, because every time it did, it went La Petite Morte.
That's my nickname. You were gonna say Wholesome.
Yeah, must be awkward wielding him as a shield. Like you're always having what do you call it, eye contact with him.
It's the thing is,
Imagine holding him up and he's always staring at you. Like stop.
So you want to go for dinner afterwards? You managed to get me 3 bullets dug into my outer casing. I think that qualifies you to take me for coffee.
What's going on? I can't see. Turn me around.
Just ping, zang. So how you doing? It's as you're using it to deflect laser fire, it's hitting on you.
I really,
so how you doing?
I really hope there's a release, and maybe third-party Dull Surprise, someone could do it. 3D print a little version of the head where it's biting its lip and its cheeks are blushing.
Like it's just awkwardly hitting on you as you're under fire. You're looking really good. You've been cutting out the carbs. Looking really cut.
Don't suppose you could throw yourself on top of a grenade for me?
Oh my heavens! I'm a triple changer. My other mode's a grenade. Oh, I'm so bad.
Hey, you know what I'd really enjoy is if you tried to impale me on my own blast effect.
That 5mm port you're grabbing, I think you know what it is.
That's right, it's the shield buffer.
Ew. This is going to be the creepiest Transformer ever.
Headcanon accepted.
He can, if he's not if he's not partners with Erector like as a mini-con.
That's right, with all these new Micromasters coming out and like we're getting the bases, we should get an Erector pretty soon. I'm happy about this.
An Erector mini-con. Erector and mini-con is just like, what is everybody looking at? Nothing.
Erector comes with a target master, and the target master is a vacuum pump.
Oh my god, that would be great. That would be fantastic. Getting like the way that we have like Ironworks is a like a weaponizer Erector. Oh my god, do I fucking dare dream? Do I dare dream?
The whole bit about his crane arm is like, no, you don't come off. You do not. You stay. You stay.
Mm-hmm. Oh. I'm sorry. I'm just dreaming about weaponizer Erector. That's. God damn.
I would
damn.
love it if he was a secret agent, but the entire time his crane arm's the only thing that's not covered in like a slick agent suit.
Oh fuck, man. Cyberverse has been interesting. Cyberverse has been like choosing some really interesting things, like Sharkticons and Scraplets, and now we have one step changer Repugnus. What the fuck?
Interesting. I already got the exclusive fig.
I can't believe that we're in the past couple of years we've gotten 3 Repugnus toys.
Oh yeah, the Titan Master, this one, and the actual deluxe.
Yeah. I mean, this is not going to find any place in my home.
Because it's a one-step.
Yeah.
It's a one-step. You know, and it's like if this was like a Scraplet or something like that. Yes, I did get the one-step changer Scraplets.
Yeah.
I got like 3 of them. But, you know, this is not. But I can tell he's been brushing his teeth. I mean,
He's also got a surprising amount of articulation in his arms for a one-step.
Yeah.
Probably because his arms don't actually do anything for the transformation, but still.
Man. I didn't think it was possible to look any more weird.
Olsen, you were saying.
Yeah, I was also gonna bring up the articulation. It's pretty decent for a one-step changer.
Yeah.
You know, and the bot mode is not bad.
Yeah.
No, this is not this is like the one-step changer I might get. Because I just sold a bunch of one-step changers recently. So the base could use some paint, but that's easy to manage.
I am shocked with pieces of road that are now part of Transformers continuity. They are not one-step changers, but Repugnuses.
Man, I'm blown away. I'm blown away. I don't think we'll see the other 2 monster bots.
We'll never say never. It's a miracle we got Repugnus to even begin with, and I guess mold similarity really, really helped with that. But you know, a simplified Repugnus might just be the thing if you don't have the online exclusive Repugnus. He's not bad looking. As a matter of fact, you could just take a black Sharpie to him, and you probably would be able to make yourself a decently customized Repugnus.
You know what? This is something that I've always thought too. Going back to the Titans Returns Headmaster monster bots, what an amazingly clever thing to do to make them all out of the same mold.
Yeah.
I think that kind of makes them a little bit more cohesive as a team as well. The fact that they're all from the same mold. It feels like it's a team that doesn't combine what makes them a team. Oh, you know what? They're all the same mold.
Oh, mold. I thought you were going to say heart.
Yeah, they also did the same thing with the Decepticon Target Masters.
True. And they're all good figures on their own too.
Speaking of Target Masters, all I can think of is Nightstick being repainted over and over.
Can someone please just let me die?
The Cyclonus is like, which one is my Nightstick?
I don't know anymore.
The exclusive Takara Tomy green version. And he's like, no, I've never seen you before.
Like fucking Nightstick has become the Morty.
That would be great. Morty Nightstick.
I don't know, Cyclonus. This doesn't seem like a good idea.
Scott, I fucking love you. That is genius. Nightstick Morty.
Just shut the fuck up and turn into a gun, Nightstick.
Oh, geez,
you're not paid. You're not paid to think.
Oh, gee, Cyclonus, I don't want to go to the Functionist universe anymore.
You're paid to point at things and make them not there anymore, Morty.
Oh my god, Nightstick Morty. I fucking want that done. Oh my god.
I mean, it's one thing to see Nightstick get repainted time and time again on account of, being bolted into Cyclonus's mold. But then they also separated him out for a bunch of other bullshit. They did it.
Yeah.
What was it for? Artfire, for Stepper, for Shattered Glass Stepper, for fucking Arms Microns.
Well, I mean, he for the longest time was the only Arms Micron or
The only Target Master mold.
Yeah, the only one.
Until finally someone at Takara said, well, what if we just take the mini-cons from Power Core Combiners and paint them black and white?
Solid move.
I'm honestly surprised we never saw those Takara Target Masters hit the States.
Mm.
Because there was a lot of good molds in there that they could have used.
Yeah.
Oh, the ones from the Japanese version of Titan's Return?
Yes.
Honestly, that kind of sounds like the kind of thing FunPub would have done, since they did use a bunch of the Arms Micron molds.
And quite honestly, I'm a little surprised they didn't reissue them in Japan as like store exclusives or box sets in a different color.
Yeah.
Like they did with the Arms Microns a couple of years previous to that.
Yeah. Well, they didn't do all the Microns. They just did like the 5 that came with like main cast from the show.
Oh, there was the giant fist one, wasn't there?
Yeah, they did the main cast as Arms Microns.
Yeah.
They did like a couple of the Arms Microns. They did, I think, 5 as a gun that you could put together that were in alternate colors. They did another 5 as a different gun.
Yeah.
Like they did one Autobot, one Decepticon, and then they did a couple of clear plastic releases. They did like they did a couple for the Autobot Ninja team and the Autobot Samurai Combiner team.
Yeah.
They all had their own.
There's still a couple of Microns that never got reused outside of their initial like point of sale.
Like Shockwave's Beetle and
like
Megatron's Bat.
Yeah.
Which that bat is its own. That bat is not an Arms Micron. That is an Arms Maxcron.
Yeah,
that thing is fucking huge. No, that thing is fucking big.
Yeah.
Like it's the size of a small deluxe figure.
Yeah. Also, that Matrix blade thing that came with like the Weaponizer Prime that never got reused.
Oh, wasn't that an exclusive if you bought a certain amount of like shit from Japan Toys R Us?
No. There was a like it actually turned into the Matrix of Leadership, except it was really goddamn big. And it turned into most of a sword that you then had to top off with a clear repaint of Ratchet's shiv.
I have that Matrix. I ended up getting all the Microns. Honestly, the hardest one to get, Shockwaves.
Yeah.
Shockwaves that was the only one I had to buy the figure for. I did end up getting Shockwave's figure for that.
Yeah, because I don't even think Ultra Magnus's hammer got reused anywhere else either.
No, but I did get Magnus's hammer.
Yeah.
And he's currently, like, him and Megatron's bat are currently my knock and scar for my custom double dealer.
Neat.
What did Magnus's hammer turn into?
A little dude. All the Autobots. Yeah, all the Autobots turned into humanoid bot modes for their Arms Microns, and all the Decepticons turned into animals.
Yep.
I don't remember Magnus's hammer. I remember the bat scythe from Megatron being like highly coveted, and I was like, I wanted that more than anything. But
Magnus's hammer was a squat little fellow.
Yeah.
I just remember it came down to, and I don't know why the choice had to be so dramatic for me at the time, but it was either I get the Air General Viacon from Prime, from the exclusive Japanese line that had him as one of the cars that was painted silver and had wings, or it was the Arms Micron Megatron. And I think I went with I actually went with the Air General because I was just like, I'll never see this guy for a long time if I don't get him. And he sat around.
Yeah, that's the little hammer dude that came with Magnus.
I don't remember this guy.
Yeah, he was just a squat little fella.
Yeah.
But man, he don't need no help walking nowhere.
No, he don't. He his own man.
Say my name. Say my name. Magnus's hammer. You damn right.
Damn right. Let me smack that ass because I smack that ass.
He would smash that ass.
That's right. Becky, gonna smash. Man, I'm like looking through all the Arms Micron stuff. There was some really fucking cool Arms Microns out there.
Swear to God, Walter, you've been away for 3 weeks, and I can't see your face. You better be fucking customizing me a Nightstick Morty right now.
Maybe
Like
later.
there was an octopus. There was an octopus cannon from that line.
That came with Rumble and Frenzy.
And these things, why they didn't hit the States? Fuck if I know, because these are perfect blind bag stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it's just one of those strange Hasbro decisions.
They
Like,
probably had no way to
like
market
the-
it.
Oh, I can't imagine that.
I
Like,
can't
just
either.
put 'em on.
Like, I can't
I mean,
either.
there's
But
we've seen so many useless Transformers toys that have hit the shelves.
Yeah.
Like those, what are
Like
they called?
one-steps.
RPM, which was just a vehicle and then a picture of the robot underneath.
right.
Yeah, the fucking Matchbox car.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
It's so weird. I know it is, but just as I've been working with Scott on the business aspect of trying to get something out to the public, like a show, and you hear all these weird stories about why certain businesses can't interact with each other. And one of them was Power Rangers and Super Sentai are two separate things, even though it's based on the same thing. And Haim Saban sued the guys that make Super Sentai because they used the word Power Rangers one time, and it's like, I thought you were the same thing.
Well, you heard the time like Fox sued itself.
No?
No,
Like the
That's
company actually fucking sued itself. So the story was that Fox was going to make a live action Tick show. Right? However, they could use the Tick and they could use Arthur, but they could not use Deflator Mouse and American Made.
oh right, because they were animation exclusives.
Right. Fox got a cease and desist from Fox. They couldn't use Deflator Mouse and American Made, so they had to call them Captain Liberty and Batmanuel.
That's right. I remember hearing something about that, and I was like, oh, this Patrick Moore Buffy guy who played the Tick, he's good. It's kind of like the cartoon in a way, but I was just like, I don't see Liberty Maid or Deflator Mouse.
Yeah.
And they were pretty good in the cartoon because I remember like Deflator Mouse would just sit around drinking coffee all the time, and then when like Arthur asked one time, how come you don't ask any of the other heroes? You're always calling us. And the mayor goes, I've tried, but Deflator Mouse, every time I turn on the signal he gives us, he unplugs his phone and doesn't come back in town for a week.
Oh, man. Yeah, it was something to do with like Fox Kids had the rights to Batmanuel and American Made, so Fox Live couldn't use them.
So fucking weird.
But moving on. Oh, go
I'm
ahead, Walter.
reminded of the time when shit, I forget what movie studio it was. I want to say it was Sony Pictures who sent a cease and desist order to their own official movie trailer channel.
Boy, I'll never
YouTube.
I'll never understand adults.
Yeah, seriously, isn't it great to be a kid?
God, I'm glad I'm stuck with you guys in this perpetual state of arrested development.
Isn't it? It's wonderful. I love it. Love it.
Go on.
I'm just
Holson.
trying to make it like last.
Go on, Holson. Tell us about the time your
46
dad
years
sued
old.
the
and I'm
trees.
10. Fucking goddamn squirrels laughing at me. I'll show them. Oh, fuck. We have, and everybody's kind of going possible. These are the images. we have images of Scorponok, Skylynx, 2 more chunks of road, and the Astro Squad.
Well, okay, starting off with the Astro Squad here. Those aren't
Okay.
official images of the actual Astro Squad we'll be getting. Those are pictures of the G1 toys taken straight from the TF wiki.
Mm.
But those
same with-
chunks of road.
yeah.
Come on.
God, someone really wants to troop build them over at Hasbro. It's like, I swear to God, these are going to be the next big thing.
Like this little blue fella on the left looks like he turns into an intersection or a crosswalk.
Oh, Scott, what was those two figs that were the Autobot and Decepticon racers that went on racetracks that you customized?
Fuck. Hold on. Hold on.
Freeze-On, and I
Freeze-On?
forget the Autobot's name.
Natron. Natron
Yeah.
and Freeze-On.
Do you think?
No. 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 I do not think. Nope. Nope. We're supposed to be getting one called Slitherfang. None of those look like they'd be called Slitherfang.
Yeah.
Do you think?
And
Can it be
we-
possible?
No.
And we've got pictures of Wheeljack and Ironworks down here. Apparently, these are placeholder images meant to indicate like repaints of these two. Because in some of the earlier listed leaks from various store listings and whatnot, we're supposed to be getting an exhaust and a grease pit.
God,
These look like exhaust and grease pit to me.
Yeah.
I know we say it every time he comes up, but man, fucking Ironworks is a fucking definition of the word unit.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. He's like the Wayne from Letterkenny of Transformers.
My God, just
And
it's a
God
work
damn.
of fucking art. You could bronze that.
I want that Jared Kiso to voice him, like in the Netflix as Ironworks. Just, and I want him to be Shorzy the entire fucking time.
Oh man,
What?
it'd be great to hear him say, "Give your balls a tug, you tit fucker."
Hey Megatron, give your balls a tug, you tit fucker.
He'd almost be able to generate enough trouble like those guys that dubbed the Dragon Ball Z game got into.
Oh my god. I want to see a dub of the old Japanese headmasters done by the people that did Ghost Stories.
Oh, God, yes.
Run
I
like
know
you're being
exactly
chased
what
by a
show
big
you're
black
talking
man.
about.
Run like you're being chased by a big black man. Well, at least he's not racist.
Oh my god. Scorponok looks great.
Well, he looks blurry and grainy as fuck, but
Yeah.
Oh, come on. The blurry and graininess. Whenever I look at my Transformers collection without my glasses on, this is exactly what I see. And I'm telling you, he looks great.
boy looks grainier than a rice field.
It'll all come out.
Love to see that
It'll
patch
all
of
come
rice.
out.
He's just like, you got to catch it at the right angle, and then all of a sudden it's just like, hey, you know what? If you kind of squint and tilt your head to one side and you're standing on the third mountain to the left over here, doesn't that kind of look like Scorponok? It's like, no.
It does. Shit, it does. Oh my god. And then images. Dare I say beautiful images of Commander class Skylinks.
Oh,
Now a lot of people
hell
go ahead.
yeah. Oh, fuck the hell, yes.
I like
A
the
lot of
diversity.
people have been saying, does this have a Lynx and Bird mode? To that I say, I believe so. Yes, and I have some proof. Walter, can you peg over to the right to where we see the shuttle base mode? Do you see those two little protrusions
Coming
coming
off
out
the
there?
sides here.
Those are the double Lynx tails. Am I wrong?
They probably are.
Once again,
Also, how you gonna do a rocket and launch base and just have the rocket bolted to the launch base?
Thank you.
well, it's also kind of like weird because wasn't the fucking Lynx part of Skylynx a shuttle carrier?
yeah, he's
Yeah.
a little ground carrier that they use to drag the shuttle to the launch pad.
Yeah, kind of like the version that Grandis is, except Grandis is I mean, Lynx isn't motorized and meant to be a playset.
Yeah.
I think you'll be able to get that mode out of Lynx as well.
Mhm.
I really do.
Well, yeah, the ground crawler's just the Lynx rolled up into a box.
Yeah, yeah. And honestly, I'd rather have it be a launch base than a fucking ground crawler.
Yeah.
Because you know what I've seen? I've seen gantries before at space shuttles. I've never seen that thing.
I kind of want it to be both. I mean, fucking give me the legs, give me the little puma head. I know it's a lynx head. It looks like more like a fucking puma. Give me all of that and we'll be good. If you get yourself a triple changer out of this, Skycat, dinosaur bird, launch shuttle, you're good. You're good. You're going to sell 1 million copies.
Oh.
This thing's going to take up so much fucking shelf space.
Yeah, it is. It's
outsell the
fucking
Bible
gorgeous.
if you make this thing a Swiss Army knife of play sets.
Like commander class figures take up about as much of a same footprint as a combiner team. But the fact that you've got all of that mass now toppled over onto all fours with just wings and a long, thick neck, this thing's going to take so much shelf space.
I think the answer is simple. You have hit this dry hump your Beast Machine's Supreme Cheetor.
God, I'm fucking excited, and this is possibly the best thing to look forward to. I've always wanted a proper Skylinks again. The third-party offerings, why do they never materialize? We've had
the MMC did. The
MMC did one,
but it was fucking expensive.
Yeah,
wasn't that the?
Yeah, it was like $130 for each half of it.
Yeah,
that's the one that came with the golden chompers, right?
I think.
Because I remember
Not certain.
There was a version of Skylinks we saw once before, and the teeth could be changed out for yellow or gold.
This will do just fine.
So
I'm happy with
Smoker Skylinks and Rapper Skylinks.
Yeah. I mean, whatever you feel like, Skylink's boastful mood suits better. It's just like, yeah, smoker teeth for the boastful mood. And you go, I disagree.
I am going to call it right now. Voicing Skylinks, no longer Jack Angel. In the new one, Little John. Or Little Wayne. Sorry, Little Wayne.
And now I just have this mental image of Skylinks. What? Yeah!
This has to count as a cryptozoological discovery, Scott. I'm surprised you haven't brought this up on Strange Pathways because of how grainy the photo is. It's like,
God.
Is this animal real? Tune in to Strange Pathways to find out.
I am not the guy that coined it. I think it was actually Rob over at Radio Free Cybertron. Anytime you get grainy images like this, he called it cryptozoology.
I like that.
Definitely not mine. That was definitely Rob over there. How you doing, Rob? Love the show, man. Love the show.
This is
cryptozoology.
This is true. It's a very grainy image. This is the kind of thing where it's just like it's either somewhere out in the middle of the woods waiting to be discovered, or you're gonna see it in your sleep and it goes, I actually go by Pazuzu, and I need you to impregnate a woman to pass on my seed.
Again.
All right,
Jesus,
familiar of
man.
Satan, I'll do it, but I'm tired of fucking women just so you can conquer the earth.
I'm tired of fucking women for you. I want to fuck somebody for myself for a change.
And I want to use this petrified pterodactyl egg my friend Olson gave me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Moving on to looky what I found. Holson, do you have a looky what I found this week?
Nope. I don't, sadly.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. How about you, Xavier?
We actually talked about it.
Well, there we go.
Yeah.
Walter, you got a looky what I found?
I've got a couple.
Oh, do tell.
Well, due to my continued stalking of former Fun Club employees, I have found a mock-up for what would have been a BotCon 2013 Machine Wars Optimus.
Oh, with the chest tat.
Yeah, made from the first edition TFP mold.
Not bad looking.
Yee. And a mock-up for the Turbo Master box set we never got. So we got Thunderclash made from the first TFP Ultra Magnus. We got Boss made from Wheeljack, Scorch made from Cup/Ironhide, Flash made from what is that? That's Bumblebee/Smokescreen, and I want to say his name is
Knockout.
It's the Knockout mold. I forget what the Turbo Master's name was.
Hurricane.
Hurricane. Thank you.
Did the Turbo Masters combine?
They did not.
Okay.
Give it time.
Mm-hmm.
And I like how they all come with these arms microns that happen to turn into like big cannons to match up the old Turbo Master cannons.
Yep. That is awesome.
Yeah.
Some of them almost fell over when you put the guns in their hands.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, especially Rumble and Frenzy's guns, like their own pile drivers doubled as like heavy artillery plus their pile drivers. Yeah. Those things were fucking redonk.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm a little disappointed we never got this set.
What year would have this had debuted if it went out? 2018?
No, it wouldn't have been 2018. It was a pitch that never quite went through. Since they're using ARMS micron molds, I want to say it would have been somewhere between 2013 to 2015. Because that's when they were using a lot of TFP molds.
Damn, it's
Right
very
on.
pretty. I like it.
It is. Really is.
Yeah. And I've also got a mock-up of the Double Dealer Titan Master that we would have gotten out of the 2017 set.
27.
Does that have a head on each side?
No, this is the one that's meant to be knock.
Okay.
Not bad. I think still my favorite box set, though, just on a random tangent, is always going to be 2006, the Beast Wars set is always my favorite. But close runner-up is always Most Wanted for giving us that Pretender shell.
Oh, yeah. I will, as much as I despise the leadership of FunPub, I will occasionally defend the figures, and going so far as to dig up a canceled concept from the late 80s, early 90s, and realize it in the modern day, I will give credit for that one.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. Like, prior years, they gave us a Scorponok.
Yeah.
And I was just like, it's a Headmaster Scorponok. What the fuck? What black magic is this?
Yeah. Using retooled to use a G1 Headmaster, because this was like, 3 or 4 years before Titan's Return had become a thing?
Uh-huh.
About that, yeah.
Yeah. So, at that point, the only modern Headmaster was the 2014 Brainstorm.
Would you count Omega Supreme from Armada?
I would also count
Energon.
Omega Supreme, Armada Overload, and Armada.
Okay.
What was his name? Sideways.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, but man, nothing like that oil. Was he Oil Slick? Was he called Oil Slick?
Oil Master.
Oil Master.
Oh God, I'd love to have one of those.
Man,
and it will now forever twig my OCD that we got Oil Master, but not the Bandito Spider.
I want Bandito Spider so bad.
Mm-hmm. Like, at this point, I'm surprised nobody on like Shapeways has started printing out their own.
There is a guy called Mondo Mini Mayhem who has made a bunch of the Prime Master shells.
I've seen that.
I have a couple of those. I'll tell you what, go ahead. I'm going to go grab the ones I have of his.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. Go ahead and continue on with your looky what I found.
Actually, I think that was all I had.
Man, what does Bandito Spider go for nowadays?
He doesn't. He never existed.
Thought he was a third-party thing Scott made, or Scott found. Isn't that what he's getting right now? Isn't he retrieving a mold?
No, what he got was the Shapeways thing.
What does Oil Master go for?
He's actually pretty cheap. That figures from that 2015 set are pretty reasonable to get a hold of because FunPub clearanced a bunch of those out during the 2016 sale. Because as amazing as Oil Master was, that set either was produced in large enough numbers that everyone who wanted one got one, or it just wasn't that popular of a character lineup or theme.
That was a great theme, though. That gave us those Arms Microns we were looking for.
Yeah, because you got to remember that 2015 set was okay. It didn't really have a consistent theme. You had a Shattered Glass toy in there with Stepper. You had a Beast Wars character in there with Pack Rat. You had, Oil Master, the Double Pretender, a non-Duocon version of Battle Trap, and then you had
Megatron.
the Megatron made from Breakdown,
Yeah.
who was supposed to be movie Megatron.
Not only that, no, I think the worst box set was Versus, where they're like Shattered Glass versus Pirates or whatever, and I was like, what?
Shattered Glass versus Classics,
Yeah.
and I will admit it's kind of a weak theme, but it's the 2012 set, the only one I was able to actually attend, so I still kind of have a soft spot for it.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to give, as long as we're giving out awards, I'm going to give Machine Wars for the best packaging because they had the balls to put the actual price of the box set on the fucking box.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty good.
They built it into the packaging.
And
Oh,
and
go
the fact
ahead.
that- and the fact that they actually copied the look of the old Machine Wars packaging was a brilliant touch.
It looks
I'm
so
just a
fucking
little
good.
and as much as I love the Rainmakers, Strika, and Obsidian that we got from that set, I'm a little miffed that we didn't get Optimus, Soundwave, or Prowl.
I'm sure there was a
'Cause-
lot of debate on who should go into the box set.
Because Machine Wars was a 14 or 15 figure line. Your typical BotCon set has 14 to 15 toys in it. It was a perfect matchup of numbers. Strika and Obsidian really did not need to be there.
Haven't seen Strike in forever.
Here we-
though.
Yes.
Here we go, guys. There is
Bugly.
Bugly from Mondo Mini Mayhem.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, there's Bugly. Here is Doubleheader. Ooh.
He ugly.
Ah,
There we go. Here is the Fortress Maximus Headmaster. Now they never made like a pretender shell for Fort Max, so I just took the color scheme of the one for Grand Max and just kind of matched up
To
what it
Fort Max,
would have
yeah.
been. Yeah.
Neat.
So there's that, and he comes with like the little gun and sword. Here is Wave Rider.
nice.
And what especially miffs me is that we know that there's an official Hasbro tooling for that
That's okay. Got it.
that we never got.
Here is Stranglehold.
Zardoz!
Mm-hmm. There he is.
The penis is evil. The
If you
gun is
thought
good.
if you thought it was easy to paint that mustache, you are mistaken. And here is my favorite, Longtooth.
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
The wal-
And
he is the walrus. Goo goo
these
goo
were
goo.
incredibly hard to paint.
Yeah.
And I love this. I hope I can show this off. He even comes with like a little Star Trek phaser. Like a next generation phaser right there.
Oh wow,
Nice.
wow. What was so the paint was more tough to pull off than the dentistry?
Yeah. The paint on this was pretty fucking hard.
Not only do I need to paint this figure up, I need to get him to a dentist.
Yes, indeed. But yeah, I love the stuff Mondo Mini Mayhem is coming up with. He's got some stuff on the way. Let me check here. Hold on here. Going to the Radicons. And let me see if I can find that. Let's see here.
In the meantime,
Cloudburst.
since
Yeah.
it's that time, Walter, you tell us what you procured this week.
What I got this week, or what I've gotten in the last 3 weeks since I've
Hold
been.
Hold on here. Let me do a looky what I found of my own here.
Oh, okay. I thought you were just going to show off your shit.
No. I do have a looky what I found. And my looky what I found, I am loving this guy's stuff. Rusticon, who also goes by the name Funby Studios. Look him up on Patreon. Look what he made available for printing.
Ooh, the Nemesis.
Hey.
Yeah. Yeah. And guess what I'm going to be printing tonight?
A dreidel.
Yes. Yes, an evil dreidel.
The image of Chase from last week with a word balloon that says "My Nemesis."
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So yeah, I am. I love this stuff. Anyway, sorry, Walter. What'd you get this week?
Let's see. I don't have them within arm's reach, but I got the Cyberverse Deluxe Optimus, Bumblebee, Shockwave, and Megatron. So I now have the first half of the kind of tiny Build-A-Figure Macadam.
Do you like the figs at all?
I do. This is what Hasbro should have been doing with Cyberverse from the very beginning. Like the plastic quality feels about on par with the Warrior class toys, but the articulation is leagues better, and the blast effects are a nice touch.
Okay, I was curious because when I saw them, I didn't want to plunk down to get Macadam, but I really wanted to know what the quality of that Shockwave was because I'm kind of sweet on this whole thing of him being back to hosing his accessories again, like he can actually have a hose again. I was just like, oh,
yeah,
there's a hose.
Out of the four, I'd probably say Shockwave is the weakest of them, which is kind of ironic considering that Shockwave's figures in this line have always been the outstanding one of their size, class, and wave.
Man,
like Shockwave was the Warrior class toy to get because he was the one with the full suite of articulation. Shockwave was the Ultra class toy to get because he had a full suite of articulation. Now that he's standing, in a line of other figures with full suites of articulation, he's kind of the weak one of the bunch this time. Because I hate to say it, but Bumblebee's actually the standout of this first wave.
Heresy.
I'm fully aware. Although Optimus is pretty neat because he's got that opening chest with the Matrix titties in there.
It's his heartbeat at this point. It's just like, I'm waiting for because Hasbro, I think, owns the rights to Milton Bradley's stuff, don't they? Which means we can get our version of Optimus Prime Matrix of leadership in the chest operation.
How have we not gotten that yet?
Right?
Would that be
like an Optimus Prime operation where you take out the Matrix, you take out his T-Cog, you take out his...
You could even do like a Megatron one where you take out the heart of Cybertron.
Yes!
Look,
there's the little evil brain impulse thing.
I mean, the whole thing is there where you even have the kid pretending to be Perceptor and he's dressed up like Perceptor. And the commercial starts with him going, "I'm afraid the wounds are fatal."
Dude, instead of having like the little nose thing, we use that color changing heat technology, and the whole plate heats up, turns Optimus from red to gray.
Yeah.
One of the things could be like, Optimus's mouth mask isn't functioning properly. Can you remove the broken pieces?
Oh, I also got one more thing. Studio Series Scavenger.
Hey.
I fucking love Studio Series Scavenger.
Or Demolisher, I think? No,
Doesn't
Scavenger.
matter.
Yeah. No, I think it's Scavenger.
Either way, he is the Wheelie Man, what forms part of the Devastator.
He doth is Wheelie Man.
Yes.
He's it's like Pokemon. It's Scrounge when he evolved up.
Yeah.
I was thinking this is like what happens when the Motorcycle Sisters evolve. They went
I still need to pick them up.
Are they around?
No, but I could probably pick them up for cheap on Amazon or Hasbro Toy Shop.
I think they're up on Hasbro Pulse.
They are.
That's where I got mine. The only thing I'm having
I'm-
trouble finding right now is pre-ordering Earthrise Optimus.
Well, I wouldn't worry about pre-ordering that because he's wave one of a new line.
Yeah.
He's gonna be on shelves for a while. He's gonna be that figure you're sick of seeing on shelves a year later.
He's so nice, though.
I know, but something I have learned in the last decade of toy collecting: never pre-order or overpay for anything that's wave one.
I am just so fucking tired of hunting for stuff.
Yeah, but what are you gonna do now when you go to Walmart and you're hiding?
Like right now, they're starting to find wave one in Targets.
Uh-huh.
Buy condoms and lube like I always do.
But you usually go there to cause chaos, and you say, "Hey, now's the perfect opportunity to hide shit in the mailboxes, like DiGiorno's pizzas."
Don't need to do that anymore. That problem seems to have worked itself out.
Scott, I fear you're getting older when you give up the love for mayhem and mischief.
Oh, no. It's just a new type of mayhem and mischief that I'm doing. It's a more subtle, more psychological type.
We don't go for that shit around here. We go for loud and brash.
I'm trying to convince like one of my workmates that the picture that's hung up of him is actually my grandfather and not him from his high school yearbook. I think I've got a real chance of pulling this off.
So, trying to convince him reincarnation's real, and it's just like, Scott, that's fucking you. It's like, what? No. That's my grandfather. You don't believe in Buddhism?
Man, I even put up a page, in memorial too.
One of these
Oh
fucking
my
days,
God.
Mort. One of these fucking days.
I did not get a single thing this week. Printed some stuff out, but didn't get anything. Xavier, did you get anything this week?
I found, yet again, thank you, Target, for dropping way too early Studio Series Megatron.
Ooh, what do you think of him?
Oh, dude. He is so shiny, like a new nickel.
He's good.
He looks really good, and it happened again. They weren't ready to put him out. And luckily, the girl that helped me was just like, oh, let me just key that in for you. What was the price? And I knocked $5 off of it for myself.
Right on.
Yep.
This is $5 for me having to stand here.
Also, for not ever getting Gnaw in the Cybertron line or Cyberverse line when I had the chance because you fuckers put him out too early.
Jesus Christ, Walter, that scared the hell out of me. I thought that was your cat behind you, and then I noticed your cat has human hands.
Man, cat hands.
It was your roommate. I thought it was the cat messing around with something. Human hands! Human hand cat! Olsen, buddy, did you get any reinforcements this week?
Oh, a very small one, but a very big one. I got Micromaster Big Daddy.
Nice!
Yep.
Take him out of your pants because we know that's where you put him, and show us.
Nah, you have to be a patron to see that.
Oh my God. You guys got anything planned this week?
Nope. Nah.
No.
Right there with you. I'm going to record Old Timey Crimey tomorrow. We're doing Leopold and Loeb tomorrow.
The recording artists?
So, Leopold and Loeb were two serial killers. They weren't serial killers. They only killed one person. The only reason they killed a 14-year-old boy because they thought they were Ubermenches. And they wanted to prove their superiority to the rest of humanity by getting away with a crime. And they were caught almost immediately.
Whoopsie.
Here's what I don't get about serial killers. They always go after children or hookers. Easy marks.
Mm-hmm.
I say this with dire earnestness to any aspiring serial killers out there. Fucking challenge yourselves. Go after a millionaire. Or 5. Go after someone who can afford a private security staff.
That's what we told Chase. And for some quote-unquote unreason, he hasn't been on the show in a while.
Yeah. Like challenge yourself. Make yourself feel like the goddamn predator.
You know, like watch a couple of seasons of Dexter. Ask Michael C. Hall what he's doing nowadays.
Yeah. Yeah, just knock out a couple of billionaires. You'll make the world a much better place.
Challenge yourself. We're not opposed to serial killing. We're just saying challenge yourself.
Exactly.
So
like hookers and children, they got enough shit going wrong with their lives as it is. Go after a billionaire or two.
Well, someone's been reading the Communist Manifesto.
Damn. I says damn, son.
Watch out, Elon Musk.
It's like I can't wait to put these oxygen. I can't wait to put these oxygen generators out there to clean up the CO2 in our atmosphere. And then right behind him as he's doing it, this dude's gonna slit his throat, and the guy's gonna whisper in Elon's ear, "Walter says hello."
Okay. Going after someone who's actually innovated, like Elon, him I'm fine with. When I say go after a millionaire, I mean, go after like an oil tycoon or the president of the Philip Morris cigarette company, someone who's actively making the world a shittier place.
I have so much editing to do.
I'm waiting for this to go so sideways on Walter when someone says, Walter told me to do it, and I couldn't find any millionaires, so I found someone who was rich in spirit.
No. Dude, I'll go after someone who is rich in money. Wait, no. Fuck. I fucked that up.
And good night.
Go after someone who is rich in money. Not in spirit, not in the friends they made along the way. If they have a bank account bigger than Greece, then go after them.
Some poor schlub who's got himself like 30 million quadrunics in Star Trek Online is just like, oh boy, I'm a millionaire. And some guy's like, you're a what? Walter says hello.
And nobody was there.
Hey,
Trekkie.
So much editing. So much editing to do.
Editing to the human race with a knife?
That's what Walter's aiming for. Like, I'm hoping for something like a plague. Walter's like, we're not going to let this up to fate.
well, plagues are too random. I am a big fan of murder when it sends a message.
Jesus.
You
like
see what happens when you invite the great grandson of Rasputin online?
Like, just go full Vlad Tepes here and just, impale some motherfuckers on your castle gates just to show them how futile resistance is.
Wait. Here's something I learned from Old Timey Crimey. Believe it or not. Here's something I learned. Most moats around castles not filled with water.
Mm.
Do you know what they were filled with?
Dead
corpses.
Bodies. Dead bodies.
Bears.
Bears?
Bears. Look up castle bears. I swear to God, they fucking put like 4 or 5 bears in a moat and just went, get across this, you sumbitch. We knew we were going to war. We haven't fed them in 2 days.
I have a lot to write about.
I'm suddenly reminded of the World War II Polish soldier bear.
Yes!
Who smoked and drank.
He smoked and drank. The fact that these Polskis trained a bear to load their artillery shells.
Oh, no, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Like, they trained a goddamn bear, a Russian brown bear, to pick up artillery shells and shove them into a cannon.
No, that's cute.
And they would feed him cigarettes.
That is cute, but what we're looking for is horrifying, like starving an animal to fill your moat with, right? That's horrifying.
Here we go. The bear moat at, and I'm going to say this wrong. This is in Czechoslovakia. It's Český Krumlov Castle is not your typical Czech castle. Not only is it more than 700 years old and gigantic, it has long enjoyed the formidable protection of having several brown bears living in the moat surrounding the castle.
So when your history teacher tries to scold you for drawing brown bears into the test, you can fucking slap him with your dick and say, Scott told me otherwise. And when you knife him, you can say, Walter says hello, and that wholesome will see you in hell.
Now, before you're sitting there thinking, I want you to look up moat bears, M-O-A-T bears, right? Before you sit there thinking like these poor animals, no, they have it pretty good. Let's take a look at some moat bears.
Moat bears.
There's
one.
There's one. He's kind of like he's got like a little play area, some wood, some water to play in. There's one. He's very well fed and rested, lying on a rock, sunning himself. There's two just kind of resting. There's one by a very beautiful pond at the bottom of the moat. Here's one in the same pond playing with a barrel that he's pretending is a human being that he's going to rip up.
Yeah.
There's one.
Yeah, they don't have to hunt or fish or nothing. They just have to wait for some shithead to attack the castle.
And honestly, I'm looking at this stuff going like, this is goddamn bucolic. I'd like to live in a moat. Throughout the years, the early bears who made the...
And instead of paying rent, all you have to do is just maul the occasional motherfucker.
Exactly. Throughout the years, the early bears who made their home in the castle moat have died off. The new ones have been gifted or donated by aristocrats. Today, there are 4 bears living in the protective moat between the castle's first and second courtyard. Volk and Katerina are the older pair who had 2 cubs, Daxi and Hubert. Sadly, Daxi died at the young age of 4, but a new mate was introduced for Hubert named Marie Therese. Every year on Christmas Eve, a festival is held for the bears. This is the only time of the year when visitors are allowed in the enclosure. Early in the morning, children arrive bringing food for the bears to lay under the trees, also decorated with treats, which the bear keeper sets up the day before. The keeper is careful to make sure the food is appropriate for the bears to eat. They bring such food as apples, Christmas biscuits, pastries, and honey. After all the food is placed, the bears are released and have a frenzy on delicious Christmas treats.
I don't support big business, but more than anything, I want a Disney adaptation.
Yeah. The bear keeper, Jan Sarny, also gives talks around the local area, educating children about the animals. However, this education might be needed elsewhere because a couple of years ago, some American tourists tried to meet the bears face to face and ended up, as you may expect, mauled.
I kind of hope they were from Florida.
See, the Czechs know how to do things. If someone's stupid enough to get into your wild animal enclosure, they don't shoot the animal like the fucking Cincinnati Zoo did with Harambe. No, they just let the dumb shit get mauled.
Yeah, you're down there being raped by a bear, and they just went, what happened? They went in.
Leonardo DiCaprio is down there.
Yeah. And I want Jan to be standing up there going like, as the 14-schlong penis enters the victim's rectum, the razor-sharp guard hairs surrounding the penis pierce the buttocks flesh. And the bear, in about 5 to 10 minutes, will pump at over a pint of its putrid semen into the man's collapsed chest cavity.
Do you kids need me to repeat that for your book report?
Hi there.
Little Jimmy, I see you don't take notes. You need to take notes.
Hi there, HR Geeker. How you been?
Now, if you kids...
I'm good, thank you.
If you kids need any sort of help, there is a beautiful cartoon wood carving right here depicting the act.
I want Jan to start like winking and making jokes. You could say it was wink unbearable. Meanwhile, from the moat, you're hearing, oh God, no! Oh God!
What's your name, sir? Hugh. Or you could say, oh, the humanity.
Yup. That's the way we do it in Czechoslovakia, keeping that population of stupid people down.
Especially when they fly in from Florida.
That's where Walter and I differ. Walter's asking people to take exclusive action. I'm just there going like, let's just unpaint all the yellow lines in the road and let intelligence and evolution take its course.
Just take the warning labels off of shit and let nature assert itself.
I say we get lawn darts back out in the market.
The ones that were practically javelins.
I had lawn darts as a kid. You don't see me with a pierced cranium. Because I looked at it and went, this is a fucking metal spike flying through the air. Better be careful.
I especially enjoyed that time where the 84 Olympics were about America's dominance over Russia. And they're like, hey, kids, here's the special edition lawn darts that were used in the Olympics. They go twice as far and are twice as sharp.
And they're filled with venomous tree frog poison.
You can practically see the kids now going, oh boy, I can practically hear chariots of fire as I throw these recklessly.
Things are too fucking safe, man. Whenever I was a kid, goddamn, you spent all day in the woods, and every once in a while, a playmate of yours drowned, and you just went, well, Alvy was fucking stupid.
You go to tell his mom, and while she's weeping, it's just like, I'm going to go check his toy collection.
Are you going to keep a star screen?
Did he want to be married with this?
Where's his last will and testament, by the way?
Well, he was 8, so I don't think he actually wasn't really expecting it, but we all were because Alvy was dumb.
And his parents wrote one for him. It was like, we're going to need this.
Alvy was from that area, and you're fairly certain both of his parents had the same last name. Every town has that area.
Yes, man.
Right? I remember there was a guy. I'm not going to give the name out because I'm fairly certain he's probably still alive. But it's the only time I've ever pointed a gun at somebody. I was 17. And this 14-year-old kid in the neighborhood came down with his 13-year-old sister. Bless you, Holson.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Came down with his 13-year-old sister and wanted to use my parents' house while they were away. My dad was in the hospital at the time. Wanted to use my parents' house so that him and his sister could fuck. Without their parents finding him. And I pointed a gun at him and said, get the fuck off my property. It wasn't loaded. And I looked at my buddy Barry and I said, do you think they got the point? He goes, you pointed a gun at him.
And then you had to, and then he said, is that a Megatron?
No. It was my dad's unloaded double-barreled shotgun.
Or was it a Megatron?
It was a shotgun. It was no time for toys. Some dude was trying to fuck his sister. In my house.
Look, Scott, if we're going to get moral justification, you're going to have to hold a lot of guns to a lot of people on Pornhub.
This is true. This is true.
Not to mention you're going to have to fight half of Japan.
Tentacles are fine. It's whenever those tentacles belong to your brother that I draw the line. Oh, my God. Thank you so much for joining us this week. We've learned about bear moats. We've learned that, like, you know what, pretender shells are best done on shapeways. That a lot of target masters may actually be Morty.
I know what I'm titling the episode.
Oh, Nightstick Morty. Right there it is. Oh, so thank you so much. Come on over to our Facebook page, goodmorningscybertron.com. Like us. We're going to like us on Podbean, gmcybertron.podbean.com. And for the love of God, we are working very hard to get ourselves up on iTunes and Stitcher, getting ourselves out there. Tell a friend about us. And you know what? Just next time you're masturbating, maybe think of one of us. Thank you for listening. Gentlemen, say good night.
Good night.
Sweet.
Pete Sinclair, resign from BotCon if you want it to be successful.
And sweet dreams about your sister if you have one.
Yeah.
Remember, she's only human. She needs love too.
And you'll see me from the window with the shotgun.
And I'll be saying, is that a Megatron?
That is a Megatron. Shut up, Xavier. You're gonna give away our position.